testing out some Melli products here for the salon, so I thought I'd give them a crack on Alana's skin here. This primer is called the Velvet Primer, and I'm using the e.l.f. Duo Fiber Brush that you can see there. Now this is a smoothing and mattifying primer, so we do get the best of both worlds, which is a rare combination. So we can put, and that can go all over the face. So this is another Melli product that we're testing out. This is the Custom Blend Foundation. Now it is paraben free, fragrance free, it's mineral based, so it's got all those goodies in it. Now we're going to have a try here. This is a little bit too dark for Alana's skin, but we are going to rectify that with our concealers and also by blending that down, because her arms are darker than her face and neck, so we do have a little bit of leeway there. So it's looking pretty bad at the moment, but we will sort that out, don't worry. I'm using the Model Rocks Beauty Sponge, which has been damp. So we just damp that under the tap, blot off the excess on a towel. And as you can see, that's starting to really work its way into the skin now and look a lot better. But this one does sit really nicely on the skin. It's not full coverage by any means, but definitely great for day wear. Now we're going to prep the eyes here with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and a Real Techniques crease brush. This is a synthetic brush, so we're going to put a fine layer on. Now I left this part in, guys, because you're going to see, whoop, that is the reality of doing makeup. Now we're just setting that eye base with the Armani pressed powder, and as you can see, I'm not really impressed with that compact because it fell straight out. It's supposed to be reusable and refillable, but yeah, a little bit disappointed with that one. So we've just gone in, starting with the eyes. We're using the Sigma E22 brush and a Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the colour Barcelona Beach, and we're just sweeping that into the crease area. This is just laying down a few colours so that we can put those nice metallic colours on over the top. This is going to act as our transition shade, allowing that metallic shade to kind of sandwich on top of that, which is going to make it last a lot longer, and also that's going to be our blended edge. And also putting those browns under our metallic taupe shade that we're going to go in with later is also going to intensify that colour a little bit for us. So I'm just dusting that off with the Sigma blending brush, and I'm going to go in, and I just decided to soften that crease a little bit with some Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. You could do those two colours in reverse, but I just kind of winging it, and so I decided that I just wanted to warm that blend area up just a tiny bit to give us a little bit more dimension in the eye look. So now we've got a nice blended eye base there. We're going to go in with our Colourpop eyeshadow in the shade Mixed Tape, and it's a really taupey metallic shade. Now guys, with these ones, just make sure that you definitely don't leave the lids off. They're a very soft kind of moussey eyeshadow. I'm just applying this with the Q&A number 11 brush. Honestly though, any sable hairbrush, anything like a MAC 242, anything kind of dense in either synthetic or sable would do the trick just fine, because our baseline was already there with the colours that we blended on there, so we're just pressing that on to the area that we just want to create some depth with, really. Now we're going to create the base for our teal shade to sit on. This is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk. Now it did take a little bit, I had to layer this on a little bit, hence why I made the film go a little bit faster, because it did take me a little bit, and I didn't want to snag the eyelid because obviously it's a very delicate area, so we want to be very careful here. And then I just go back in with another sable brush. This is an SLA brush, but you could just as long as it's clean, because you don't want to be putting the taupe in that inner eye area. And we're just blending those two colours together softly. Because you want that to transfer really seamlessly. So this is the star of the show, which is not focusing, sorry guys. It's the Colourpop eyeshadow. You can see it better there now. In the shade Sugar. When I saw this one online, I just could not wait for it to get here. Definitely excited. Had to create something around that eyeshadow. So I was very, very excited to finally whirl it out. So that, guys, is just a really cheap basic manicure brush. So I think I was just grabbing brushes pretty randomly there. You just basically need another clean sable hairbrush. And we're just pressing that onto that white. Putting that white underneath just allows that teal to really shine through. And just makes our job a hell of a lot easier. Okay, so time for the winged eyeliner, the star of the makeup look. So I've just did this one really slowly on this side so you guys could really see how I do this. So I insert my angle with the eyes open so that I can get that exact right angle for her eye shape, and then I cut back and fill in. Now I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills gel eyeliner in black with the Zoeva 317 brush. After finding this brush, that I totally wouldn't use any other brush now. I'm on my second one of these. It's not the highest quality brush because I did find it frays quite easily. It hasn't lasted me a great deal, but it's only $17, so I think that it's totally worth having a few of these on standby. You just want to make sure that you really look after it when you're doing your shampooing and everything else. So we just want to get narrower as we go towards the inner corner, and then I just get her to open up that eye again and make sure that outer corner is connecting on the right angle and I haven't got any gaps between the corner of her eye and where the eyeshadow is sitting. And then I just continually judge off the other one and make sure that I've got the same angle happening on both. And just keep going over it slowly, building up the colour to create that really black intensity as opposed to dumping a heap of colour on there and having it transfer onto the eyelids. So we're going in with the brows now, and this is the IT Cosmetics Universal Brow Powder Pencil. So we're just really defining out that under area of the front of the brow, and then I switch to the top to really shape out that arch. Now Alana has amazing brows, so my job here was incredibly easy. And we're going to go in with some mascara now. This is the Lash Accelerator by L'Oreal, I think it is. Oh, as you can see that. Sorry, it's actually Rimmel. I tell a lie. This one is a really good small brush for the bottom lashes. If you are looking for a smaller brush now. Now we're going to go in and conceal the under eye area. Now I'm using 2 of the Nars concealers here because I didn't want her face to look too highlighted because we have a light eye look. I just didn't want it to be really flat, so I'm creating a little bit of dimension in the face here. So under the eye area and through the middle of the face we have the shade Vanilla, and then on the cheeks and around that nose we're using the shade Custard, and that's also going to give us a little bit of forgiveness through that foundation shade that we used that was just a tad too dark. And this is also where we build up the coverage that the foundation didn't give us. So I'm just using the sharper end now of the Model Rocks Beauty Sponge and then the e.l.f. concealer brush just when I couldn't get into that inner corner area. So I just pinch that pointy end of the sponge slightly just so it sits up, and I'm just using a stippling motion here because that is a really delicate area and you don't want to go in and start wiping your foundation off. So we're going in with we're going to set this under eye area and the rest of her face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk powder. and then we decided we wanted to bake it through the T-zone because Alana does, as most teenagers do, have slightly oily skin. So this is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. I also did want to try this product out, and I will say I was quite impressed. It's really, really finely milled. I will almost actually say that I liked it better than the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I just find it sat really nicely onto the skin and didn't look too powdery and didn't dry her skin out, that's for sure as well. And we're just dusting off that excess there with the Morphe G8 brush. That one's from the Gunmetal collection. So we're going to go in and put some contour on now. This is the Becca Shade and Light palette. And then we're going to just blend that off with a larger, because I actually didn't like that Morphe brush that I was using. It's just too dense and I couldn't get any blend with it. So I am going in with that larger one now, which I'm not sure of the number of that one. And this is the Becca Blushed with Light palette that's come out for this Christmas. Now you've got the shades Songbird and Snapdragon, and then the new one Wisteria, which is supposedly at this stage limited to that palette, but you know, we never know if that one's going to come out on its own or not. But at this stage it is only available in this palette. Now I've kind of just mixed a few together here and just popped that on that apple of the cheek. Now in this contour palette, that, guys, is actually the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal. It's a really, really good way to buy it because you don't go through a lot of highlighter. So if you can, either buy them in the travel size or any other way, you're getting the two products for a great price. Now this is another Melli product. So this is the gel liner, and this is in the shade Ballet. So we're just going to line the outside of the lips. This is just going to give us a little bit more color and definition to the lips. So I start on the bottom in the middle, and then I do my Cupid's bow, and then I just ask my model to just open up her mouth slightly. You want to do this in natural fall position. You don't want to tighten your lips because you can actually get a really jaggedy line if you stretch your lips out, and obviously it snaps back and it's not quite right. So this is the Iconic Gloss from Melli, which is their best-selling product, and it's really, really pretty, and I think it complements this look really nicely because it does have those gold reflex in it. And we're just going to go in and put that mixed tape color and buff that into the under eye area. Just joining that up, really finishing off this makeup look. Now using Makeup Geek Shadow Shimmer Shimmer, we're going to highlight the inner corners just to brighten those up. And there you have it, guys. So after you've done that, you're good to go. Oh, we do have House of Lashes Bombshell eyelashes on there too, and that's our finished look. So if you guys try this one at home, good luck with it. And don't forget to, if you'd like to request a look, in the comments below, make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, it'll all be appreciated, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye, guys.